Are back at the state capitol to pass a slate of immigration reform bills. The deal comes after they've spent the last 4 weeks fighting with the Governor DeSantis. And Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders joining us live right now tonight. Forrest, it seems like Florida's GOP civil war has found a compromise, at least for now. What are you hearing there tonight?
Well, I can tell you this, Paul. I think I got produce in my fridge that will outlive this GOP battle, at least for now, right? But this was a pretty intense fight at times, right? We saw a big deluge of vitriol on social media. We saw threats, even some as high as death threats. And the question now is, will this have some kind of lasting impact as we move into regular session? For a third time in 4 weeks, lawmakers in special session and a new slate of immigration bills before them.
The state of Florida wins. I wouldn't say that this was, it could be interpreted any other way.
There were a combo of old ideas from the governor and the legislature slammed together, a compromise after weeks of bitter GOP infighting that featured everything from recall petitions to death threats.
You know, I don't know how many of you have siblings, but, you know, siblings squabble sometimes. And what we've done is we've worked our way through that.
The new legislation still ends in-state tuition for undocumented students, turns what was $500 million for immigration enforcement into just a quarter, makes illegal immigration a state crime, and rules on that fight over who should be Florida's immigration czar. Not a DeSantis appointee and not the ag commissioner.
All right, well, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone.
But the whole Florida cabinet. The State Board of Immigration will oversee things, coordinate with the federal government, and need unanimous approval to make decisions.
All in all, I think this is really, really strong. I commend the legislature for stepping up to the plate. If they're able to pass the proposals as presented now, they can expect my strong support.
Governor Ron DeSantis and his allies taking victory laps, but some members of the legislature warn this is just an armistice ahead of session. Their autonomy still remains.
I do think this isn't the last. You'll see, unfortunately, we have some strong leadership here in Tallahassee, and we're going to continue to make sure that we have a voice for all Floridians.
For State Senator Randy Fine, who's helping carry the bills.
We took an idea that was managed for Fox News, and we made it something that could actually work in Florida.
The sting of this fight remains.
What are your kind of thoughts now as you look back on this last month of just kind of vitriol on social media?
Well, I mean, I think it's unfortunate, and I think it's frankly unforgivable. And I think that, you know, for the governor to say to people who marched through the snow with him in Iowa that they supported amnesty, it's a mistake of colossal proportions.
Meanwhile, Florida Democrats, who have super minorities in both chambers, frustrated. The House Minority Leader saying Tuesday the weeks of fighting and overall legislation are a waste of effort.
We have missed opportunities to focus on issues that are important to Floridians, like lowering the cost of health care or their auto insurance or their property insurance. So yeah, a lot of time has been wasted on this while the Republicans in the legislature and the governor tries to suck up to Donald Trump.
Okay, so let's go through the next steps here for these pieces of legislation. Basically, they're going to be in committee tomorrow, and then on Thursday, we expect them to go through both chambers. DeSantis has said he has strong support for the policy, but that is, of course, if lawmakers don't amend things too drastically over the next couple of days. And then once he gets the bills, we could expect to see a signature making these law. Paul?
All right, it's not official until someone signs it, right? And that someone is the governor. Forrest Saunders joining us live in Tallahassee tonight. Forrest, many thanks. All right.